If you're watching this video, it is because you're looking to make changes and create order in your environment, which is a reflection of how orderly your cranial universe is. Yes, your wonderful brain is asking for a change. When we created this workshop called UCO with 4 master classes for full activation, the first thing I did was to put it in practice in my life. Here in Vimes, everything that we teach is effectively tested, and in my case, the results were amazing. The truth is that when your brain is organized, everything around you becomes organized. As explained by Tao Rivallo, a psychologist who specialized in cognitive behavioral therapy, cleanliness and order greatly influence our mental health. Human beings tend to always search for a balance, both internally and externally, and that has to do with our environment. If we look around, everything requires order, even in nature. So we're programmed for that order. I've experienced enormous changes in my life by applying certain things. I thought I was a very organized person, but the truth was I didn't realize I was rigid. So the question arises, what is the difference between being orderly and being rigid? Well, our health helps us to answer that question. If to keep your environment clean and beautiful and your life in order with an agenda and a good schedule, you end up with body pain, pain in your back, a tense neck, I assure you that you are rigid. You're not enjoying the process of being organized. This is a sign that enters your brain, and the brain then sends that message to your beautiful body, and there go the aches and pains. On the contrary, if you enjoy doing what you're doing while you're doing your chores, you fulfill your daily goals, you start by writing them down without spending a whole lot of time on it and no stress, then it means you're doing it really well. You're relaxed, and your body's like, this is good. It tells you when you finish your task to even applaud yourself and say, job well done. Now rest. That was my case, and then that was of the first participants as well, their experience of the Masterclass UCO, which is short for Organized Cranial Universe. From rigidity when organizing their environment and their life in general, they discovered that flexibility is the key, and they began to see with each workshop challenge that organizing can be relaxing and positive in every aspect. Now let's talk about the benefits you'll get by doing your UCO workshop. First, you'll learn simple techniques that are very effective when it comes to organizing yourself at home, work, or even with schoolwork. Your personal organization from this moment will be very different. The second is you will optimize your mental health while your environment is organized, achieving full balance. Remember, mental health is fundamental in every aspect of our lives. Third, you will enjoy the accompaniment of an instructor who's a coach. You'll have daily communication with her and with your classmates. This is something other online academies do not offer. You will have the skills to put into practice with your family and with everyone else who wants to. And we could also mention that the support material you receive is unlike any other. In the information of this Masterclass UCO, you have everything in detail regarding the benefits of doing this amazing Organized Cranial Universe workshop. Hello, everybody. Happy Monday to you. So good to have everybody here. You guys are loyal. I've gotten questions like, Karen, what do you do? What are these YouTube lives about? Why do you do them? What's going on here? Well, that's what we're going to talk about tonight. Emotional education, why it's important, why it helps us, why it's necessary, why we should pay attention to it. Everybody can write in the chat. I see everybody knows what to do already. It's great. I'm just going to say hi to a few people. Shawnee Boo,
Or is it Boo Boo? No, Shawnee Boo from Phoenix. Hey, girl. My dear Elvin from New York, right in the back room over there. Thank you so much. He helped me set up my whole little situation here. Yolanda Elvin in Palm Bay. Let's see. There's usually a competition between Palm Bay and Springfield, Mass. Let's see who wins today. Leah Vonador. Hi, Coach Karen, tuning in and sending love from New York. Hey, cuz. Thanks for being here. I'm looking to the left because this is where I have my phone and I see the messages. We have Deborah Owens from Springfield. Okay. Uh, nice. Good to have you, Roxy Ebony. All right, here we go. There's another Palm Bay, Audrey Clark. Hey, Audrey from Queens, New York. Anne Marie from Springfield, Miss Queens, New York. Hi, Coach. Hey, Miss Queens. Joanne Nunez. Also, you see, there it goes. Springfield, Mass is gaining. Hello, and Tiffany Brooks. Hello, everyone. Good to have you here. Get comfortable. Get a nice glass of water or sparkling drink. I have some sparkling water here that I'm enjoying because this is going to be a good one. I'm going to share a lot about myself, and you're going to know why I do this. Why do I come on every Monday, and why am I so passionate about this? What we're going to talk about is for the family. So if you have any family members, invite them to come. If there's anyone you say, I think they could learn from this, they need this, they could use it, quickly share the link with them so that they can enjoy it as well. But also there'll be people who come on afterwards, later, tomorrow, somewhere in the future, and we welcome you as well. So, Karen, what are you doing? What are these YouTube lives about? Do you do anything else? People have asked, do you do one-on-one coaching? Going to answer all those things and why it's important to educate ourselves emotionally, right? It's not something that's talked about often. What is emotional wellness coaching? Oh, one other thing. Some may be here and they're trying to chat because I love to see you in the chat. If you are not allowed to chat, it means that you have to subscribe first. We love getting subscribers. Chica MB, hey from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. So Florida is definitely in the house. Marion Bailey, there goes Springfield again. Hello, Marion. So nice to have you here. So if you cannot put anything in the chat, it's not letting you, it means just press the subscribe button, wait about a minute, and then it'll let you come on. As I'm talking, because we're going to talk about some very intimate, sensitive things today, because we're talking about emotions, things that we normally don't talk about in the real world. We keep that hush hush at home. Sometimes we don't even share it with the person that is next to us, right? We keep it right here. If anything resonates with you, if you have any questions, please feel free to put them in the chat and we'll get to them. I'll keep looking at the chat and answer them as I can. Okay, or even comments, observations, anything that resonates with you, you just want to talk about it, just put it in the chat. You're more than welcome. So people have asked me, what is emotional wellness coaching, Karen? I am a facilitator to help others to heal emotional wounds. We all have childhood wounds, probably from the womb of our mother to 10, 11, 12 years old. Major things that happen that we bleed out every day. Some we're aware of, and others we're not. Other people see it, but we could be totally oblivious to it. So that's the purpose of an emotional wellness coach, and that's what I do. I help others to heal emotionally. And it could be considered, it's similar to a personal trainer. You go to the doctor says, either you lose 50 pounds or I'm going to have to put you on insulin because you're pre-diabetic. You got to change your diet. You got to exercise. I want to see you back in 3 months and I need you to be close to at least have lost 20. And you say, what? Right? Like it's so overwhelming. Where do I start? So that's the doctor. That's the prescription that he writes for you. Get yourself together physically. Some people might go to a nutritionist, right? And in addition to that, you say, you know what, I'm going to join the gym, but I've done the gym before. I don't motivate myself well. I pay every month and I don't go like I should. And I get there, I don't know what to do. I see people doing stuff, so I kind of move around on the machines, but I don't know what I'm doing. So you say, this time I'm going to invest in myself. I'm going to hire a personal trainer. They're all over the gym. They're ready to help. What does the personal trainer do? It's similar to an emotional wellness coach. You go to them, you said, I need to lose 50 pounds. Otherwise, the doctor's going to put me on, insulin for diabetes. I don't want to do that. I want to lose this. I want to be healthy. I want to get in shape. I also have a wedding coming up in 3 months. I would love to be more, fit for that. Let's say it's a he. He's like, all right, I got you. Now at home, you may do 5 sit-ups and 10 squats and be like, woo, wow, I'm doing this thing. Oh, I'm out of breath. You might jog in place or do a jump rope outside for 10 seconds and you're like winded and you stop. But when you get with that personal trainer, he says, oh no, I want you to do 25 sit-ups. 25, I can't do. You could do it. Come on. And he counts you down. And you get to 20 and 21. And he's like, come on, 4 more. I got you. Come on, 3, 2, right? And you get that motivation. And instead of 10 squats, he wants you to do 40 squats. And you're like, what? I've done 40 squats. You got this. Come on. Go, right? They also, besides the motivation, they show you the correct form. When you're squatting, you don't bend over because you can hurt your lower back. The amount that you need to get into that dress in 3 months for that wedding, the amount of reps. Also, you can't just pick up and handle weights any old kind of way. You got to know so they show you how to handle them, how to pick them up, what to do with them, what exercise works. This is going to work this and they teach you about your body. We're in our bodies all our lives, but we don't know. Oh, that exercise helps with that. Oh, and you learn about your body. You learn what works. Then in a matter of weeks, you start seeing a difference you put on some pants and it's like, oh, they just slipped right on. You see the weight going down. You weigh yourself every other week and the pounds are going down. And then when you go back to that doctor, he's like, you've done well, right? So as an emotional wellness coach, I teach techniques to learn how to deal with stress, anxiety, depression, get to the root of those things. It always goes back to childhood. And sometimes even back to when we were in our mom's womb, what she was going through, what was going on in the household affects us right now today. But the coaching is very gentle, no pressure. But I'm right there with you to accompany you through the journey because it can be scary to look back. And we'd go with eyes wide open, but with gentle care. And I do it in 2 ways. But let me just look in the chat. I have to acknowledge a few people. Let me see. Lisbeth Marisol Jaime Sanchez. Hello, it is a pleasure. Hello, Lisbeth. Hola. Juanita from Richmond, Virginia, you're on. Hello. Thank you for the support. Johanna Kashpal. Hello. Hey, Familia Kashpal. Gabby is here. Hello. Pam in South Carolina on vacation this week, or wherever you're vacationing, enjoy it. But thanks for coming on. I appreciate it. So I do this in 2 ways. Through Vimes, this company, I teach courses. Right now we're doing UCO. That introduction was about the class of UCO. UCO, we're having a great time. We're organizing our lives, our homes, our personal space, and our lives. And we're having a blast. And we're encouraging each other. There are people, all of us can have clutter. And it's hard to attack it. Or we can have not a lot of clutter, but we need to organize our space. Organizing our space, as we've learned, organizes our brain. It calms our soul. It gives us peace, inner peace. It's good on the mind. And it helps us to then organize the rest of our lives, financial, physical, spiritual, all those things, and definitely emotional. Okay. I also do one-on-ones. People have asked, do you do one-on-one coaching? I do. Does location matter? No, because we're in the world of Zoom and technology. So most of my clients, I see them on Zoom. Later on, we'll put it in the chat of how to reach me so that you can have a one-on-one coaching session or learn more about the classes that we'll be giving. Okay. Something that I've learned. This is Very interesting. All physical ailments have an emotional cause. Whether it's depression, diabetes, fibromyalgia, lupus, kidney disease, whatever it is, they all have an emotional cause. And I can teach you how to identify the emotional cause and how to manage that ailment or the crisis with specific techniques. So that's what an emotional wellness coach. I am a coach, so I use techniques to facilitate, to help you overcome emotional difficulties, trauma, anxiety, depression, resolve interpersonal conflict. Some people, they think they can run away from themselves. So they go from place to place thinking, okay, this group of people is going to love me and accept me. But because they're going with themselves, they find the same conflicts wherever they go because it's them. It's them. They work on themselves, those conflicts go away. I help you to improve emotional and mental well being, build self esteem, and achieve your personal goals. So, am I a psychologist? No. But what I do can complement a psychologist's care by coaching clients through lifestyle changes. I'm right there, accompanying you through the journey, offering accountability and inspiration for those who feel, I want to do better, but I just don't know how. I'm kind of hopeless. No, I'm there to say, no, I'm here with you, girl. You're not, or guy, you're not hopeless. We can do this. Okay. Actually, most of my clients have a psychologist that they see regularly, and they may see me once a month for accountability and to learn those techniques to reach their goals. They always feel better afterwards, and they get to see things because a lot of times we're just in our own heads and we're closed. But to have a coach to give them an outside perspective, then they can see their situation from a different view, like, oh, and then I can paint a better picture. This is what you'll look like in a few months if you keep doing these techniques emotionally. And it gives them hope. Some people say, Karen, why do you do it? How did this begin? I do it because I care. And I do it because this has become my passion project. And it's because of what I've gone through in my personal life. I have an amazing husband. He's a lovely person, but he happens to suffer from depression. When I when we realized it, what an emotional roller coaster. And just a sidebar, he's okay with me sharing this with you because he's happy that I can help others. We talked about it. I asked, he said, go for it. I said, you sure? Because what happens if I'm going through this and he's going through this, millions of other people are going through it. But we don't want to talk. We're nervous. We don't want people to judge us. It really doesn't matter. He suffers from depression. It's an illness. I wouldn't be ashamed if he had diabetes or high blood pressure. So don't clutch your curls like, oh, Karen, she's talking. What is she knows she's live on YouTube. It's all gonna be okay. If you have a depressed person in your life, a spouse, a parent, or a friend, you know how difficult it can be to give support to that person and that's what I did. I went all in. And depressed people isolate, they shut down, they push their loved ones away because they just can't. And Karen ended up frustrated, angry, and lonely. That was my life. Then my mother had a stroke, affected the memory part of her brain. She has dementia. That created a hole. My mom is not functioning like she normally did. But physically, she was okay. My dad was mentally okay. He's with it, but he had diabetes, congestive heart failure, in and out of hospitals, intubation, all just crises, crises, crises. And what did that require of Karen? More involved caregiving. So I'm caregiving at home with my husband, and now I'm caregiving outside at the home with both of my parents. And I do a volunteer work that I love, that takes a lot of my time, and I have to work secularly. Where was there time for Karen? The saddest part of it is that I didn't know I was supposed to make time for Karen. I look back at that Karen, I just want to give her a hug because I feel sorry for her. I didn't know. No one tells you that. I went to a psychologist. She helped. She really helped. It was a safe space to cry, to scream, to let it out. What I got from her was good. She gave me some good suggestions, but it wasn't enough. I didn't get enough details. I needed step by step by step. It was like general statements. Sit in it. Take care of yourself. When you want to come back again? That's good that you're crying. And it helped at the moment. It really did, because it was good to just get it out, but it wasn't enough to help me heal. So, okay, we have a comment. Leah, yeah, your physical is caused by emotional. Yeah. Ah, it works. And still on the journey. Yes, Leah was able to take. So Vimes courses, this is the first time we're doing courses in English, because Vimes is a Spanish-born company. The owners, the creators, the CEOs are from Venezuela. So all the classes are in Spanish. Oh, my niecey Pooh is here. Hello, Kiera. Welcome, welcome. So I didn't know, I was not taught to focus on my emotional well-being, to educate myself emotionally. What do I need to do to heal? Now, just think about it. No one tells us to do that. But would you marry, some people do it, but would you marry someone after knowing them a week? Some people do it, but the majority take their time. Some people date for years. Why? I want to get to know the person. They invest time, energy, money to spending time with that person to get to know them. Friends. I was out with a friend today. I saw her. I said, I think we have a lot in common. We're spending time together. We're getting to know each other. I enjoyed her company. But when are we taught to spend time to get to know ourselves, to invest the time, the money, the energy to know about me, what's going on in here? We neglect ourselves because, well, this person needs me. These people over here need me. I got to be there. My boss. We're all outward. But what about me? And I didn't know that giving excellent care to my loved ones required me to take care of myself first, and really good care of myself. Put my oxygen mask on first. What do they teach us on the plane? We've all traveled. The innate response, if I'm with my mother with dementia, or I have a 3-year-old child, there's turbulence, the oxygen mask drop, the first thing we would do, I got to get my mom right. I got to put it on my baby. They say, put your oxygen mask on first, because if not, as I'm putting theirs on and I drop, I can't take care of myself and I can't take care of them. We all, right? We're not breathing. We have to take care of ourselves first, and it requires time and energy and investing in ourselves financially as well, because having a coach would require an investment of money, time and energy. So I was moving along. I was getting everything done. Oh, I was taking care of everybody. I was smiling, but I was worn out emotionally. Someone asked me about my husband. I was worn out and I was sad. Somebody say, how's the tears? I would smile, but my tears were always right here. And someone asked about him, they would just come out. And what happened? During COVID, a dear friend says, Karen, I'm taking these classes and they're amazing. And I thought about you. I think you would like them. I'm like, really? What is it? The first one was Uko. Really? Oh, sounds like fun. I'll do it. Where do I sign up? Joined the classes, spent 2 years. That's how I spent the pandemic, taking courses. And they completely changed my life. They took me back to things that happened in my childhood that I was aware that it happened, but I wasn't paying attention to how that affected and shaped my decisions today, who I am today, how I think today, how I feel today. I didn't make the connection. And they taught me how to heal. Very specific techniques were used, and I'm a new person. I learned that when you change, your whole environment changes. So is my husband healed from his depression? No. But we operate and we move and glide around this home in a very different way now that Karen is healed. Another quote, nothing changes if you don't change. We always, again, we're outward. If he changes, if he gets better, I'll be better. If my parents, if my kids, mm-mm. it starts with us. And that's hard to accept because no one has taught us that. And that's why emotional education means spending time to know who I am. Why did I choose that mate? Why did I choose that job? Why does that person, that supervisor I have, get under my skin? And why does that person bring me so much happiness? And why does that color affect me? Why does that sound, that song? There are so many things, and we're so busy running through life because life makes us run, right? We're trying to keep up and do, and a lot of times we're doing so much for people on the outside that we forget about ourselves. Oh, we said, but I get my nails done, girl. I go for a massage. Okay, that's nice. Those are physical forms of self-care. I do my exercise, awesome, and it helps with stress. But we need it's like having a shiny car, but the engine is burned out. The starter doesn't work. The car doesn't start. What does it serve? What purpose does it serve? You could go sit in it, take pictures, but it's not going to move. It's not going to function. It's not going to serve its full purpose. That's what we want to do. So I was taking the courses, loving them, experiencing the changes and everything. And I'll never forget, I get a call from the owner and he says, Karen, we want to bring this information to English speakers. We don't speak English. You do. Will you join our team? And I was like, what? Me? Oh, because I I did this for me. But then I said, but Karen, if you could share it with others and they could benefit like you're benefiting, why not? So here I am. It's my passion project. I love helping people discover who they are, acknowledge what went wrong in our childhood that shapes us today. A lot of times we romanticize, oh, my parents, they were so wonderful. And they probably were, but they had flaws just like everybody else. We're all imperfect, right? So we're just acknowledging, we're not judging, we're not, no, but we got to go back. We have to, in order to heal, you got to go back. And I love teaching people how to get better and feel better. I see some comments. Let me look. I said hi to my dear Nisi Poo. Yes, Anne-Marie wrote it in Spanish. Cambias tu, cambia tu ambiente o tu entorno, right? With the Vimes journey, you see the long-term transformations. Anne-Marie also got to take the classes in Spanish because she speaks Spanish. Roxy Ebony, that's right. Put your oxygen mask on first. It just makes sense. I got an amen. Okay, yes. Chica and Be Wild, thank you for sharing your personal struggles and for being so honest of how you felt. Thank you to your husband as well for letting you share his illness. I appreciate him so much because I wouldn't have talked about it if he didn't. But I asked. It's his personal information, and he said, "No, do it." Yeah, I said, "You sure?" I'm really happy. Leah loved the car illustration. Oh, Anne-Marie, thank you. She said, I do a great job as an emotional coach. Audrey, thank you so much for your honest, candid expression. So helpful. I'm glad that's the purpose. There's no ego. There's no, oh, what will they think? Oh, will they judge me? It doesn't matter because it's my life experience. And if I can help one or two people and 50 are like, how could she say that? I'm good. It's okay because sharing will help others to learn. Tiffany, emotional education is so important. It is. And Audrey, she gave me 4 hearts. Thank you for the heart, 3 hearts. Thank you for the hearts, Audrey. So what happens during a coaching session, right? You know about the courses. UCO is our first course. We will continue to do UCO, but we'll also be adding on other courses as time goes on. They all, we're like an onion, and there are layers and layers of things that have made us who we are today, that have marked us, that have perhaps traumatized us. And the courses very gently get to the core. We had our first live Zoom session on last Friday with the 8 members of the class of UCO. And it's so interesting how much decluttering and personal organization of the home is linked to issues and traumas. People are shocked, like, that's why I procrastinate? That's why? Oh, I thought I was lazy. No, It's linked to something in the past. We acknowledge it, clean it up, heal, and we're better. And we move on and we just become better. During a one-on-one coaching session, I do that as well on Zoom. It's a safe and trusting environment, right? It's very important for you to feel safe and comfortable, that you have, it's just you and me. Um, and you can just explore thoughts, emotions, and behaviors and let yourself relax. We offer 90-minute sessions. So it's an hour and a half. People say an hour and a half, but when you get in there, sometimes I go overtime with people because the hour and a half isn't even good enough. We just get into the nitty gritty at like 75 minutes. So it's a nice amount of time to develop a relationship, for you to feel comfortable, feel safe, and start talking. And then I listen. And then we work on things. It's as often or not as often as you'd like. You're in control. But why is coaching necessary? Why is it important? It's because it addresses a wide range of emotional problems that can affect our quality of life. Again, it's a safe space. We talk about past experiences, patterns of thinking and behavior. We're doing things out of habit, but they're not healthy habits. And we don't know why, right? We figure it out and then we can correct it. Developing skills to cope with present and future challenges, develop resilience. I picture resilience as like this windstorm, and you have to go in that direction, and you put your head down and you walk forward. That to me, that's the, when I think resilience, that's what I pick the picture in my head. And you can go against the obstacles and still reach your goals. Also, self-knowledge and personal growth. Oh, we have some comments because we need it. Why? Because we need an emotional coach, Marion Bailey said. Yes, it's important. It's someone accompanying you in the journey so you don't have to go it alone. Why don't some people seek professional help from a coach or even, a psychologist, right? Or a psychiatrist? That's another level. That's for to be if you need medication, right? No shame. That's what their purpose is. But again, you go to a psychiatrist. How are you? What do you feel? Okay, and they give you a prescription and they send you along your way. But you still haven't gotten the emotional education to know, what do I need to do to change so I can feel better? They don't offer that. So why some people shy away from, they avoid the professional help? Number one, social stigma. Mental health is talked about everywhere, especially now post-COVID. They talk about it on the news, it's on newspapers, it's on magazines that we read. And there's still so much stigma and prejudice in regards to it. People are ashamed to say, I suffer from depression. I have anxiety. I was in the hospital because I had a panic attack. I thought I was dying. I thought I was having a heart attack. People don't share because they're afraid that others will judge them or think they're crazy. Mental health, there's nothing, you just need help. It's like any other thing. If your back is out, you go to a chiropractor, or you have you have heart issues, you go to a cardiologist. It's just going to a specialist to help you. That's all it is. But because of that shame and that stigma, a lot of people stay away. Denial or minimization of the problem. Everybody else says, she needs help or he needs help. And the person's like, I'm fine, I'm good, I'm fine, I don't need that. Right. And, it starts small and it grows. So it's just so much better to get it while it's small. Face it and deal with it and heal it, and then you can move on. Some people fear change, right? Because the process will involve confronting difficult emotions. Some people are afraid to feel angry, but anger is an emotion. It's not good or bad. It's an emotion. It's just like happiness is an emotion. You learn not to judge yourself. Some people are afraid to challenge long-standing beliefs, right? Make significant life changes. So they resist the change. So you know what? I'll just keep it to myself. I won't go. Others rely excessively on themselves so that I can solve my own problems. I don't need anyone. If I go, that's a sign of personal weakness or failure. No, it's not. but that's how some people feel. So it's important to recognize that seeking professional help, listen to this please, is a brave and healthy step towards mental health care. We want to be mentally healthy, just like we want to be physically healthy. We want to be mentally and emotionally healthy, that we can look back at what happened. Okay, it happened. I learned the lesson, and now I'm going to forgive, and then I'm going to heal. And I'll move on with my life, but it won't control me like it used to. Coaching offers a space for support and guidance where people can work on their emotional well-being and improve their quality of life. Because when you let go of that stuff, that's like 100-pound weight on your shoulders. It shows up in your body, your aches and pains, the headaches, the migraines, the doctor's visits, the anxiety, the depression. By the way, you may say, well, does your husband allow you to coach him? No, he does not. I would love to, or at least refer. I have some people to refer him to, but he prefers to handle it as he chooses. And I have to be, you're never a prophet in your own home, right? So we just laugh about it. All right, hands off. It's okay. But he's learning because he listens to me. He hears me. I tell him things that I learned and all that good stuff. So we want to improve our quality of life. The next question, how can I make, oh, he's laughing. You see, he's in the comments. I didn't know he was going to stick around. Hey, boo-boo, he's still here. It's an ongoing thing. He knows who I want him to see, but we'll talk about that in private. How to make an appointment with me for a coaching session. 2 ways. Alejandro, si puedes poner la información para contactar a Vimes en el chat. So you can reach out on, oh, he's on it. You could reach out on WhatsApp. There's a number there, right? Shawnee Boo said, we love Elvin Spirit. Yes. So that's the phone number there. Y hay un correo electrónico también, Alejandro. I think he mentioned that there's also an email. Some people don't want to do WhatsApp or whatever. Okay. He'll put that in the chat. Also, I have a WhatsApp group chat to find out about my courses, my YouTube videos. I'll be live every Monday at 8. I'm actually going on vacation soon. Okay, there's the email. I'm going on vacation soon, but I think I love being on here with you guys. I'm going to try. I'll be away for 3 weeks. I'm going to try to continue to do at least the lives on Mondays at 8. If I don't show up, if there's nothing announced and you're like, oh yeah, Karen's on the beach, she said no, but I really enjoy being here. And I want to be consistent because there's so much good stuff to share. And I appreciate you all being here. And yes, okay, now he put my chat. It's just boop, it's free. Join, you'll get information about courses, anything that I'm up to, what I'm doing, what we're teaching, whatever, anything, and it keeps you informed. Okay, the group is growing and we're happy to have everybody there. So that's how you can reach me if you want a coaching session one-on-one. You just reach out to those numbers. Okay, some of you know me personally, you can reach out personally as well. That's fine. So it's 8:38. Time is moving, but I just want to share a few other things of how therapy/coaching can benefit a person's emotional and mental well-being. It improves self-awareness. Again, we spend so much time getting energy and resources, getting to know other people. Let's take the time now. Can we just say that? I'm going to now invest in myself. I'm going to take the time to get to know me. Why does that make me tick? Why does that anger me? Why does that make me cry? Right? We develop coping skills because we cannot live in this world and not have stress, right? We can't. So we need the help. Symptom reduction. Some people have anxiety, depression. Some people are on medication for those things. They do the coaching and it minimizes the symptoms. They don't have so many anxiety, panic attacks and things like that because now they learn how to manage them better besides medication, or besides, some people don't take medication and they're just frustrated and angry all the time or crying all the time. Their emotions are all over the place, and it helps them to learn how to take control of it. Improved interpersonal relationships, because if I love myself more, if I know me and I love me more, oh my goodness, what am I projecting to the world? A better me. And I'll get the same thing back, right? So we have better relationships. When I worked on myself, my marriage improved, my understanding of Elvin, his of me, it just things got better. And those who know me know it got better. Increased self-esteem. We feel better about ourselves. We accept ourselves. We don't judge ourselves. Oh, I was so angry last week. I shouldn't be that. I'm a loser. No, I was angry. Even our creator gets angry. He says, be angry, but yet do not sin. Nothing wrong with anger. It's just how do we handle it? It allows us to explore goals and values, our purpose in life, our goals, where we headed, so we're not walking around aimlessly, not being our authentic selves. We want to live an authentic and meaningful life, right? Relapse prevention. Some people they need ongoing emotional well-being support. It strengthens resilience, right? It helps us with those coping skills and putting our head to the wind, facing life's challenges with greater strength and adaptability. So those are the benefits of doing a one-on-one or taking one of the courses, working on ourselves and being dedicated to ourselves. Some people say, but how much is it? I don't, when you reach out, we'll let you know the price. It's not exorbitant. It's reasonable for what you get. But when we spend money on something, we're showing that we value it. Giving someone one-on-one consultation for free, they take it, yeah. But you pay for it, you're investing in yourself. You're saying, yes, I'm committed. I want to get better. Let's do this, right? And so that's the benefit of investing in yourself. Just like you would pay for that personal trainer at the gym, you pay for your emotional wellness coach that's going to be right there cheering you on, comforting you in the low moments, helping you to rise again, helping you to see where you're going, where you've been, right? Oh, that rhymed. That wasn't on purpose. And you feel empowered. The cost is worth it. It's an investment in yourself, and then you see a long-term benefit for you. We spend money on what is important to us, right? For some people, it's a long trip. Others, it's some Manolo shoes. Others, it's every day at Starbucks. Whatever it is, we all have our thing. Shopping. But when we say, I want to dedicate this time and this money and this energy to me for a change, my goodness, do we deserve it? It's way past due. It is for all of us. Back to the comments, Joanne says, thank you. It's a nice reminder to take care of me. Yes, thanks for sharing your personal experience. It's my pleasure. It really, really is. And Yolanda, thanks, Elvin, for allowing Karen to share. Yeah, he's going to get a big hug after this. It's definitely worth it. We have to please, can we take care of ourselves? Better care. It's so important. So if you join the chat on WhatsApp, free of charge, you have any additional questions, you can put them in the chat. Feel free. Some of you here know me personally. You have my personal phone number. Feel free to write me. I'm here for you. Okay, if you have any other further questions or comments, it was a pleasure to have you all here. Thanks for hanging with me, listening to me as I shared my experience. But now you understand why I'm on YouTube every Monday and why this is my passion project. I love it. It just like yeah, it pushes all my good buttons. Okay. And yes, I think that's everything. Love you all. Big hugs as usual. Tiffany says, thank you. You are very welcome. It's my pleasure. Thank you guys for being here. Joanna, Shawnee Boo Boo. I appreciate you guys too. It was a phenomenal evening, Leah, because you were here. And I'm just so happy that everybody came. Big hugs, kisses. Deborah says, thanks for sharing. My pleasure. Come back next week. I don't even know what we're talking about next week, but just come on. 8 o'clock, I'll be here. Juanita, thanks for another wonderful and encouraging session. I'm so glad that it can be encouraging. Fabulous. You see why this turns me on. It lights all my buttons up. I'm like, because I just love it. It's my passion. And I love that you guys are enjoying the information. It's just, there's no price tag to it. It's so valuable. But we're going to love ourselves more. We're going to pay attention. Gabby says, you're amazing. Thank you, Gabby. We're going to journal, right? We're going to start journaling. I'm angry. Why? Right? Take the time to get to know you. You're the most valuable person in your life. Are you taking suggestions on to explore this? or to explore? Oh, of topics? Sure. Miss Queens, I think you're in my chat. So put it in the WhatsApp chat if you have suggestions. About 2 weeks ago, we did a poll on the WhatsApp chat, different topics, and we got some good feedback, and that's the purpose, so we can prepare the information, me and the team, and get it out to you. But if you have other suggestions, don't put it, well, you could put it here, but this only, the live chat stays just for a little bit. It'd be better to put it in the WhatsApp chat. So that's called Karen Emotional Coach, so that I could see it, the team will see it, and we'll get the information to you. All right, big hugs. Plant you guys now. Dig you later. Bye. Be well, okay? Take really good care of yourselves. Love you guys. Bye.
If you're watching this video, it is because you're looking to make changes and create order in your environment, which is a reflection of how orderly your cranial universe is. Yes, your wonderful brain is asking for a change. When we created this workshop called UCO with 4 masterclasses for full activation, the first thing I did was to put it in practice in my life. Here in Vimes, everything that we teach is effectively tested, and in my case, the results were amazing. The truth is that when your brain is organized, everything around you becomes organized. As explained by Tao Rivallo, a psychologist who specialized in cognitive behavioral therapy, cleanliness and order greatly influence our mental health. Human beings tend to always search for a balance, both internally and externally, and that has to do with our environment. If we look around, everything requires order, even in nature. So we're programmed for that order. I've experienced enormous changes in my life by applying certain things. I thought I was a very organized person, but the truth was I didn't realize I was rigid. So the question arises, what is the difference between being orderly and being rigid? Well, our health helps us to answer that question. If to keep your environment clean and beautiful and your life in order with an agenda and a good schedule, you end up with body pain, pain in your back, a tense neck, I assure you that you are rigid. You're not enjoying the process of being organized. This is a sign that enters your brain, and the brain then sends that message to your beautiful body, and there go the aches and pains. On the contrary, if you enjoy doing what you're doing while you're doing your chores, you fulfill your daily goals, you start by writing them down without spending a whole lot of time on it and no stress, then it means you're doing it really well. You're relaxed, and your body's like, this is good. It tells you when you finish your task to even applaud yourself and say, job well done. Now rest. That was my case. And then that was of the first participants as well, their experience of the Masterclass UCO, which is short for Organized Cranial Universe. From rigidity when organizing their environment and their life in general, they discovered that flexibility is the key, and they began to see with each workshop challenge that organizing can be relaxing and positive in every aspect. Now let's talk about the benefits you'll get by doing your UCO workshop. First, you'll learn simple techniques that are very effective when it comes to organizing yourself at home, work, or even with schoolwork. Your personal organization from this moment will be very different. The second is you will optimize your mental health while your environment is organized, achieving full balance. Remember, mental health is fundamental in every aspect of our lives. Third, you will enjoy the accompaniment of an instructor who's a coach. You'll have daily communication with her and with your classmates. This is something other online academies do not offer. You will have the skills to put into practice with your family and with everyone else who wants to. And we could also mention that the support material you receive is unlike any other. In the information of this masterclass UCO, you have everything in detail regarding the benefits of doing this amazing, organized cranial universe workshop.